Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good. What do we do this session? I don't know yet. Probably I said something last time and I already forgot it. Very likely. Maybe we pull all the remotes. Then we probably should check if there is anything that I should update on my own, on my pending reviews. I have 24 open reviews. Okay. Did I actually say my intro? I already lost track when how I opened this video. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Okay, so what do we have here? I guess we could merge this one. These one are approved. This one. This one. I think there's some work here to do. Let me see. One step of suggestion has been dealt with. I think the code can be replicated in channels. Okay. Let me see. What is that? Fix jet takeoff. Fix jet takeoff. Oof. Fix jet takeoff. Okay, let's first do a rebase. Okay, there we go. Then we do a squash. Yeah, and then we do a could add an else branch here. Okay, what is that? Jet AI updates. Jet AI updates. Did I switch the branch? Yes. This is the old code. This is the new code. Okay. What now? Okay, hold on. Okay, so we set this to 0 and this to 0, yeah. Okay, there we go. Good. What is the suggestion? Enable afterburners. Could add an else branch here. Why? Else. Aha. Okay, so he wants this else here. Aha. 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 I see. Else. Okay, but then these asserts. Then this assert goes here. And this one. This one goes there. Do we really need that assert? When take off. I think I could probably remove that now. Yeah, I can probably remove these asserts altogether. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, then I guess we can replicate that thing in generals. Good. Yeah. Good. We need to test if that thing still works. Yeah. Huh. Test olfaction. Okay, so okay, looks good to me. Okay, then that one will go in here. Then we need to open a git bash and do a this here. No, this. Okay. And this. And then we take this guy. Nope. We take this guy. And then to this guy. Oof. Conflicts. That's not good. Oh boy. Okay, invalid runway, and then the pure virtual function, release runway. Release runway here. Then reserve runway. Get runway reservation. Okay, I think that was everything. Good, I think we need to check if that compiles, so let's get in generals, RTS generals, generate. Okay, I think that looks fine. By the way, I think there is one issue. I think there's one issue here. here. Oh, there's also a compiler, huh? Pure virtual. Oof. Oof. What is this? Unresolved external symbol. Oof. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, let me... Oof. No, let's fix the compile error first. So why is this here happening? What is this? I didn't add that. Why is this suddenly an issue? Jet AI update. I didn't touch that. Okay, that I don't understand. Okay, let's ignore that for now. That certainly is an error, yes. Get runway reservation. How should that be then? Aha, without this. Okay, fair enough. Maybe we can also do... Find waiter. I can write it like so. And here we write it like so. Okay, is that all that fails? Or is there more? There's more. Oof. Where does this suddenly come from? I didn't touch that. What is this? Huh? Line 1441. Huh? Am I blind? What is the problem? This is in generals. How? I don't understand where this suddenly comes from here. There is such a state. Oh, it's compiled out. Oh. Oh. What happened here? If... Oh, somehow the end if is missing. Why? Looks like I made some mistake here. Oh boy. I think there's something missing here. Yeah, so it looks like the other one is missing all of this. So we need to copy that over. Yeah. Okay, what else is missing? Is that all or is there more? Oh. How did that happen here? It somehow put it on completely the wrong... on the wrong location. Wow. Oh. How did that happen? Here, it put it somewhere where it doesn't belong. Oops. Okay, now it makes sense. I see. Okay, that was weird. Okay, but that is fixed. Okay. Okay, that should work then. Let's see. Okay, then we make a fix-up commit for that. Okay. And I think there's one more thing we need to do. This one, which we already searched for here. I think the problem here is that we now break save games here. Maybe we can do... Maybe we do... Yeah, this is not smart here. What we should do is... What we should do is... this... and if... else... version 2... and then we say... yeah, if... Yeah, let's do both of these here. And then here we do if current version smaller equal 1, then it does this. And then we say here, else if that, then we do a fake xfer. Bool afterburners reset timer. We set them to false. Okay. And here we need to put version actually. Version. I think that's correct. Yeah. Version smaller equal 1. X for that, else X for this. Yeah. Okay, let's do a fix up commit for this. Okay, and then okay. There we go. Okay, so let's see if that compiles. Let's see if it's all correct. So version small equal 1. Yes. Yes, yes. Let's add some comments here. Retail. Today is 0610. Removes now obsolete fields. We actually already use it elsewhere. Maybe we should also add comments at other places where we do this. Retail version. When was this done? Oof. Flammable update. Flammable updates. Here. I think I just add a date. That's it. Flammable update. Flammable update. Yeah. Oops. Oopsie. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. I mean, in a way, yeah, I don't know. Actually, thinking about it, I mean, the first version has to be the retail, right? Unless we remove it. I don't know. Does it make sense to document this? Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, the first one will always be the retail unless we remove it. And then, yeah, I guess it would be good to have a date on this one. 2024 is wrong, by the way. Maybe we just add a date behind the... So, I mean, this is self-explanatory. This is retail. Then here we just add a date. Then here, maybe we just write like this. Without an author. Tweak. Maybe like so. How about that? Does that make sense? Or maybe we just don't put any comment. Great. Great. Yeah. Let me see if we made any mistakes on the other ones. Poison behavior here. This was bumped to add a new thing. Okay, that's fine. Here as well. Yeah, here as well. And there. And here. What do we do here? We also add one here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it makes sense at some point to document all the different versions, like who has introduced them, right? Because I don't know, like for example, if you want to simplify things, like for example, you could refactor away all these versions for things that were never, like here for example, right? So here, clearly the EA version is 3, and our edit makes it version 4. But that means versions 1 and 2 were never relevant for us, right? Because the game started with version 3, the retail game. So any code that handles version 1 and 2 in here could be simplified. Like this could be thrown out. So we could actually make a refactoring. Let me actually open a ticket for that. Task. Consolidate XFAR versions before retail. Some XFAR functions have versioning from versions before retail. Well, actually, maybe it's not that easy cut because we have, like there are these patches, right? Patches 1.00, 1.01, and so on. So maybe an XFAR played a role in one of the earlier patches. Yeah. Okay. Actually, we can't do it that simply. No. We would need to have version 1.0 and 1.0 for both games, Generals and 0 Hour, to make this decision. Yeah, we can't do that. Unless we say, yeah, let's forget about it. How about that? Let's just forget about it. Let's just keep the way it is, Don't simplify. Okay, but this code seems right. What is this? Load post process. Uh-huh. Okay, I think we're good. So this compiled, yeah? Yeah. Then let's also test if it compiles with this reverted. Okay, then we can also reset this guy. Rebase. Good. Good, then let's wait here until the compilation is done. Yeah. can abort this, close and discard. Okay, while we wait for that, let's see what we have here. Immediate buffer overflows in NetPacket to do fixed numbers out of bound reads, which may lead to crashes. Okay, let me take a look at that. No, lots of memcopy here and looping. Yeah, looks suspicious. Let's take a look at that. This is general, so let's look at 0 hour. Okay, looks pretty much the same. Okay, what do we have here? So it makes an allocation here. It has a buffer. It takes a pointer to the beginning of the buffer. And then it gets a data. As long as the data that this visits is not null, then we copy this and then we increment that and that. Yeah. 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 And then it terminates that. Aha. Right, so the issue is, right, I see the issue. Yeah. Like this could be super long. Yeah, and it would just buffer overrun this guy here. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so it certainly makes sense to cap this. How about we simplify this to... Why can't we just do a memcopy here? Because it needs to test where... How about... I think we can just treat it as a string and do an strl copy. Yeah. How about... Yeah. Read file message. Portable file name. Data length. Data plus I. Data length. Data. Mem copy. What the hell is it doing here? Data length. Mem copy. Data plus I. Huh? Okay, I think there is more at play here. Oh boy. Okay, so it expects a specific kind of format, yeah. So it first expects a 0 terminated string, and then afterwards it expects a 4-byte integer, which it takes this way here. Yeah. And then it expects a byte, which it copies here. And that's it then. Boof. Huh? So this, okay, so first it's a file name, then it's the data size, and then it's the data, so the file data in here. Okay, so how about, so this is file size, file message, file size, and this is file data, yeah. Here's file name. So can we simplify this here maybe? So data, so strl copy destination file name. Did we even need this? Why don't we just it wants to see how long it is. Yeah. How about yeah. Maybe we just like put this data directly into the ASCII string, but it's an unsigned byte. But we can cast it, right? We can just say ASCII string file name, and then we do reinterpret cast const char data, yeah, and so data is expected to be 0 terminated. Well, let's say, yeah, so file name is expected to be 0 terminated. Yeah, data is expected to be 0 terminated. Yeah. And then we have this, and then we know the size, like ASCII string will now know the size. So we can do I, what is I? Int I. Oh, int I. Then we do I plus equal file name dot get byte count. There we go. Okay, and then we remove this here. Yeah. Yeah, I think this would work, right? So we expected a 0 terminated, so we make a ASCII string directly from it, and then we know here the byte count. So that's it. Plus equal that, and then size of that. Here. Size of data. Aha. Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me put a comment here. I looked at code, and I think we can fix and simplify these functions like so. The only downside here is there's one problem here though. Like, what if this data here is super long? I don't know, a gigabyte. Yeah. Then we have this outrageous string. So maybe there should be a cap. Can we do a cap here? Constructs an ASCII string with a given string and length. The length must not be larger than the actual string length. Must not be larger. Constructs an ASCII string with a given string and length. The length must not be larger than the actual string length. Well, I mean... I mean, if someone sends a non-zero terminated thingy, then... Oof. Well... Yeah. I mean, we're at the point where we can't trust our remote peers, right? Because of the open sourceness of this project. So I wonder if we need to cap this here and say min, std min SDMin. So length, file name length. So we make this size T, and that will be cdmin max path and strlen data, and then there we need to reinterpret cast. Yeah. And then we need to reinterpret cast as well. Okay, and here we have a problem, size T. We make this const. I think that's a bit safer because we have a max cap. Yeah. Is it though? Well, it doesn't help if someone sends a very short message. Yeah. Yeah, to me it seems like we don't really protect against anything here. I think what needs to happen is that the data, the message, before it's sent to processing is zero terminated as well, right? Yeah, to avoid these kinds of crashes here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that makes much sense here because let's say the attacker creates a message that, is really short and it doesn't end on a 0, then this won't protect here against anything either, right? Because the message could be shorter than this here, 260, and then it would still count way too far, right? So this one doesn't protect against anything. The only thing that can protect us is that this data that we're getting is always being zero terminated, which I don't know if that's already happening. If not, then it probably should, just as the safety measure there. Alternatively, I was thinking doing CPP ... but I do not think that this helps much against cases where the attacker would send a short, but this will not help against cases where the attacker would send a short message that is not zero terminated. I think all messages need to be zero terminated before processed. I do not know if that is already the case. If not, then we need to do that as well. Let me see how that works. Let's put let's compile. Read file message. That's for file transfer, right? Disconnect vote message, chat message. Okay, how about we put a breakpoint in here? Yeah. Yeah, so we have a breakpoint. Let's launch a session, and then we will launch another session here. Yeah. This one. All right, there we go. Solo, no. Multiplayer, network. Yeah, create game. Multiplayer, network, create game. And put them, they don't need to be a team. We accept, we play game. And yeah, basically we just need to put a breakpoint and see what happens. Yeah. So we sent a chat message. There we go. Okay, so read chat message data. Let's see where this thing comes from. Packet. Yeah. Do relay. Get command list. Do relay. Yeah, let's see. Aha. What do we have here? Packet. No. NetPacket. What is NetPacket now? What is this? What? Where are we? Get command list. We are in this function call. Is that right? Packet. Aha. Okay, so here we have a zero termination, maybe. Let's just scroll to the very end of this packet. Okay, it does end on 0. Okay, how's this packet created here? Can we see that? Oof. Oof. Mem copy. Message data. Max packet size. 476. Okay. Message data. Copy. M packet. Invalid characters in string. Okay, I wonder if it's only 0 terminated here, like so many zeros at the end, because we are running in debug where, no, it's probably because our allocator does that, yeah. Init mpacket, it does 0 terminated here. Oof. Ooh. I see. What is this? Oh boy, the way they coded this. Oof. Gosh. Oh. 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 Let me just write here netpacket.cpp death. Oh my god. So the big problem here I see is that like they do, oops, no, I pulled here some word. They do all the fields manually with manual offsettings here, instead of having structs with zero padding, which would make handling these bytes much easier. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. That's a nightmare. Oh my gosh. And that's why this file is also so large. 6,000 lines. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's a nightmare. Oh. Good luck refactoring that. Okay, so what I think we need to do, here on construction, mem copy. Oh, it just copies the whole shebang here. So NetPacket is NetPacket size, yeah. Yeah. 476. Yeah. Packet len. What is the struct layout of this guy? Can't see it here right now. So this data in buffer, data length, yeah. 157 length. There is a length for this. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious why it doesn't use the length here to deal with this buffer. Or does it? NetPacket. Let me go to the constructor again. Here. Oh, it does. Here, packet len. Yeah. Yeah, what if this len is larger? Would it be possible that this packet len here is larger than our max packet size? Is that possible or not? Okay, but anyway, I think we can already submit this one. I looked at code. I think we can fix and simplify these functions like so. A malicious sender. Processing. Okay, somehow I can't see the button down here. There we go. So this is security. Major stability. Gen ZH. Can put that into a stability fixes. Okay, I think we can let's continue our investigation and then we push it. Okay, so oof. Good command list. Read chat message, get command list. Yeah. Yeah, so I wonder if we should make this packet buffer 1 byte larger. And always write a 0. I find it weird that it also copies the whole thing here. Data. What is message data? Max message length, which happens to be larger than the other thing. Huh. What what happens if... That's weird. That doesn't look very safe here. So the transport message, the data here is longer. What the hell? How does that work? Oh my gosh. That deserves a monkey. Monkey. Yeah, okay, so what I find extremely weird here is that the transport message, which is used as a data source, has a longer length, yeah, a longer max length than the net packet. Raw transport data is bigger than the net packet. What is going on? I don't understand. How is that possible? Let me put a breakpoint in here. Yeah, okay, so we have a... What is happening? Yeah, so the message comes in here. It has length 144. What would happen if it was longer? Maybe it just happens to be always shorter. That's insane. Okay, so we have to pray that there's no message that is longer than max packet size. Yeah, that's my understanding here at this moment. Yeah. Okay, so they seem to be smaller than that. I wonder if there's an assert somewhere for this. Right. I mean, we have a bunch of short ones here. Yeah. Okay, so they seem to be relatively in buffer. What am I looking here right now? What is this? In buffer. What is this? Huh? Huh? Max messages. Out buffer, in buffer. What is this? Is this like a queue of messages, or is this like how big is this? 128. One packet contains frame, total amount of commands, and each command. This is what gets sent to each player every frame. Okay, I'm not so sure what that means. I assume it's like messages that are sent around. It's not messages that are available to be sent, aka like a template, template message. I don't think it's like that. Oh man. Magic. Yeah, so I guess we have to pray that no message is longer than that. And if it would be, then that would be bad. Yeah. Because it essentially would be truncated, right? Yeah. Is there any assert? Let me search for max packet size and look at these guys. Oof, it's quite a lot. What do we have here? Max game option size. Okay, this is setting that. Len plus NetPacket len. Len. Huh? I don't understand what this check here is for. Len plus NetPacket len larger than this. Hä? That's weird. Len plus NetPacket len. I would have expected that it would just check if len is larger than max packet len, max packet size. Because essentially this one is like passing the packet, right? And then it would check, okay, if this was larger. Hä? Len. Packet len. Okay, what is packet len? Let me check that. Let me go to the constructor. And packet len is the data length. So it refers to this one. And then I don't understand. I really don't understand this check here. What is that good for? I would expect that this len should not be larger than this. Yeah. So if len larger than packet len, then false. And we don't care about this in this check. I think. I don't understand why it's... It looks like nonsense to me, which wouldn't be surprising if it was, but I could be mistaken. I could be mistaken. UDP, 8 bytes, IP header, 30 total bytes. Aha. 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 Hmm. 476, okay. Packet len. Okay, so what I think we should do is so we make this +1, yeah. And then here we put an debug assert crash. And we say message length is smaller equal max packet size. And then we do packet length equals std min and then we do packet len. And then npacket packet len we set to 0. I think this is how it should do it. Yeah. Yeah. Let me put a message here. The transport message does not fit into the packet. Say, hold up, hold up. The transport message does not fix into the packet. Okay. Let me see. Okay, that is indeed curious. Yeah. Multiplayer plays. I always click on skirmish. It's already robotic. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's put a breakpoint here. I would have liked to put a data breakpoint. Let's do a data breakpoint here. Condition message length is larger. Max packet size. I hope that's not too laggy. The latency goes higher here. Look at that. No, it drops now. Okay. Okay, it looks like just, well, we're not doing really much. Right. Just moving some units around. Yeah. Yeah, so we cap it. Then we do a mem copy. Min length. Packet len. Integer. Mem copy data, packet len, and then at 0 terminates a packet. Yeah. Num commands -1. I wonder if there's some way to see the definite max message length that could potentially come. Do we know? If we look at NetPacket, packet len. I don't know. The problem is the packets are, you know, created with this weird in this inconvenient format here. So I don't know how we can reason about it. I guess we could also check it maybe on packet len. I mean, it looks like here, if we would exceed the limit, then it would just like corrupt the heap, right? Essentially. So yeah. Yeah. I wonder if we should zero all the remainder here. So we do memset packet plus packet. Ah, no. Yeah, plus that, and then 0, and here we do an int, and then here we do length is packet size minus packet len plus 1. Oh, I think we can do erase size packet minus packet len. There we go. Then we can remove that. This transport message. Transport message. Out buffer. Aha. Mem copy. Bufflen. Oh, there is a check here. Look at that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. But it's only on the sender. It's on the sender. Yeah. What is this? Message len. Is room for game message. Is there enough room in the packet for this message? Message len is larger, max packet size minus packet len. Ah. Aha. Aha. There isn't enough room in this packet for this new message. Aha. Aha. So they pack multiple transport messages into one packet. Is that right? Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Is room for game message? Let me see where this is called. Now we know there's enough room. Put the new game message into the packet. Aha. Aha. I see. Uh-huh. I see. Okay, that's good. Okay, so that code then here, length, wanna hold up. Okay, I think like so if we have this here, and to me it looks like we don't need the other check. maybe. It's quite a bit complicated, yeah. Okay, how about we do a save all? Then we do a stash. Then we do a rebase. Auto squash. There we go. Then let me go here. Okay. Good. Then let's push these guys. Done. Remove the asserts. Let's say asserts. Its branch edits asserts removed. Replicated in generals. Let's say before that did some additional tweaks to the xfer function. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm not so sure anymore if we need to do anything about this packet shit. I mean, this definitely here. But that's already covered by the pull request from the guy. Hold up. But I think it still makes sense to test this. I don't know if this makes sense. We have an assert. NetPacket. Let me go there again. Transport message. Message length. How's this initialized? Oof. Buff len. Okay, so it will only mem copy to a certain size. Out buffer. Yeah, and so it looks like everything behind that is garbage, essentially, right? Behind len. Yeah. 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 Buffer length. It's a terrible search term, length and data, because it's such a common word. Okay, but this seems to be the only place that is writing, right? Yeah. So it writes here. It doesn't zero terminated. Nothing. It takes whatever that is, and that's it. It will not accept the. Okay, how does this arrive? This thing. How will this arrive? And now I changed this function here. Let me start a debug session one more time. Okay, let's run this one more time. Nope. Good. Then let's put a breakpoint here one more time. Yeah. Okay, so I guess this comes from the incoming messages in buffer, yeah. And length. Okay, so this length. Basically, it could be larger if we receive. We need to check. Okay, how do we get this message actually? Hold on. How's this? Hold on. Where's this? Here. This in buffer. Where's this written? Here. To receive. There we go. Incoming message. Okay, what is this? Transport message header. Aha. Aha. Okay, so this can be arbitrary data, right? Length. Is this ever tested? Decrypt buff. Length. Len. If len is smaller, equal. War. Incoming message. If not, is general's package. Okay, what does this do? Max message length. Aha. Oof. Oof. Yeah, so the message can be up to 1024, according to this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so in theory, this one here could be 1024, which is bigger than our package. NetPackage. NetPacket. Right? So this one here could be that size. Let me see that one more time. Here. Here. Length. Is there anything done with this thing? Delayed. In buffer. It looks like it just takes it. As long as it's not null, it takes it. Yeah. Okay, so this could be larger. So what did it do before? Before it took the packet len here and then it copied there. Okay, well, what does it do with packet len then? Where do we read the packet? Oh boy. Packet, M packet. Let's see that. Here, read read that. Let's say read file message. Transferred as a portable file name. Okay, what is the time? 2:20. How about we take a break here and continue looking around a bit next session? There, take a break here. So it looks like things are okay in principle, but this could be large. I don't know if it would be of consequence. I mean, this lack of zero termination is a problem, right? Yeah. I mean, it looks like to me it could be abused in some way. Yeah. Yeah. Packet LAN. Packet LAN. Yeah, let's continue this next session. I think we should definitely zero terminate it for security reasons, so that there's no chance that someone can send a non-zero terminated malicious packet, yeah, and then that would cause some kind of reading or reading over the end of the buffer, which could result in a crash. Yeah, good. I will take a break here. Let's continue looking next session.